welcome back. This is Ruckard FilledValueGap strategy part 4. Okay, so today we are going to check the code and check why there is so many problems, and probably the problems that we had yesterday is because the new gap is added to the array when it is filled, and well, I'm not sure. So yeah, we need to fix a lot of stuff so that the strategy does what we want it to do. That it's, what do you want to do? You want a market order when the gap is filled, and this is something that we have not managed yet to make it work properly. So let's start with all of this, but before all of this, I'm going to show you a video and we start.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset monitors and fans. If you use my link and that pass it at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable C coins that can be used for paying Zignaly CCS fees.
Okay, so let's check 1 second if there is any change to be done. Well, the only changes that need to be saved are these debug lines, which we won't need in the future, so we are not going to save them. And now we are going to check our graph and let's see what I'm talking about. So there is an error that I found yesterday, which is on 22 of January 7 o'clock. So it should be something like this. So if you go here, wait a moment. Yeah, maybe I should open the debug here on the right. So what you can see here is, okay, let me check once again. 0 0. Okay, that's why I didn't find this. What the hell is this? Is this 21? Yeah, 2100. Okay, here it is. Well, what the hell did I write down? There is nothing wrong here. New option 4 that should trigger at. This does not make sense if this is if this is 1 hour, then this does not make sense. So maybe I was trying out 30 minutes when I tested this, and that's why I have these strange values. Let's go back here. Yeah. Let's see if there is any. I need to make a light version that doesn't have all the RSI and the stuff that I calculate here. Okay. No. What the hell? Maybe it was from 21 and I am mistaken. Maybe it was 21 of January. Let me see. Well, anyway, even if I do not find okay, let's try to debug this, and we will find some problems sooner or later, and that's what we have to take care about. Oh, wait a minute. 21.0. Okay, let me see. What about this? I think this is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem that I had already seen before. So this is 22 of January 7. Okay. I want to fix this first. So here I am going down because this gap is being filled. However, I have a setting that says please ignore everything that it's older than 5 gap. The reason for this is that, if I'm not mistaken, this is added to the array once this is found, not before. That's something that bothers me. So we can check the array size, which I think it's here. We can check it on all of these candles, and we check how many of this. This is a bear one, so let's take a look at pre and post bear, which is the second and fourth variable. So right now it's a 5, 5, 5, 5. Wait a minute. Now is 4. Because this is filled. Okay, maybe I want to check down here bear recently filled number and check if there is any change. No, there is not. But here, So here, this is filled here, so we should have 1 so that it we should have 1 here. I mean, here there is a problem because we should have a filled what's the name? A filled gap, and it's not the case. So let's write this down. So this is 21 January. Wait a minute. No, this is 22 January. Well, this is January 21 and 3 a.m. So the question is, this should be count as a fill gap, and it's not. It might be one of these fill gaps on the same candle. Maybe you don't want to, maybe you don't care about this because this is filled right away, but I mean, I'm not sure if this is something that you want to short here or not, but maybe not, because it's too recent. Maybe it's not a problem. Okay, maybe we want to skip these ones. Check right now. Okay. Anyway, the problem with all of this is that these FVG lines, they should be increased in size each time a bear appears, and that's not the case. So once I have a bear here, it should be increased, but it does not increase. But at the same time here, this is filled. However, here, as you can see, this is not filled here, and this is not filled here. However, whoa, what the hell? While the bear wants, what the line size is not increased, or the recently filled, yeah, okay. Anyway, let's take a look at some of this stuff. So here you have a long entry here, which it's somehow ignored, I guess. Not sure why this is ignored. I think I need additional something to know when a gap is actually detected, when the FVG condition is detected, because otherwise I am a bit confused. So when a gap is detected and when a gap is filled. Because maybe here, so here the gap is detected. So when the gap is detected, you had bull was 1, but bull is still 1, and it should not be like that. We should have this here so that it's, I mean, maybe the condition is not matched. Well, this is why I want more debug, because I am getting more and more confused, and I want to check what the hell is happening here. So the first thing I want to know is if we have found out I want to know if we have found out or not something, and I should have here something similar that I can reuse. Here it is. So I can copy and paste this and use it down here. So I'm going to reuse the colors up there because we don't need to have extra colors. And this is the burr one. And what you want to plot is either you have found or not a gap, and that's the FVG condition that should be up here somewhere. Damn it, I wanted to do this up here. So this is returned around here, and so wait a minute. So down here you have this condition. That's what we want to plot here. Wait a minute. This is down here. Where the hell have I put? Let me check if I can find. The extra lines. Okay, anyway, let's save this and we will check the difference. See where the hell is this. Okay, so on FairValueGap, this is what yeah, maybe we can plot them here and that's it. Yeah, let's search for this. It's going to be easier. So down here we can search for this. We have this bullish, and yeah, this needs to be this needs to be plot here just after the, we can use them here just after the conditions are plot are calculated here. So let me see if I understand what I'm missing with all of this. So this is bullish gap is detected, and this is bearish gap is detected. Okay. So let's start with this, the back, and then let's move on. Yeah. Where the hell is this? Has it managed? Okay. Just doing the calculus. We need to remove some stuff from here. So now we can check here somewhere bullish gap is detected, but this is not what I want to check. I want to check down and up. Okay, so as you can see, bullish gap is not detected, isn't it? It's always 0, and here is 1. Where the hell is the arrow? We should see some arrows here. Oh my god. Unless there are too many of them, and that's why you don't see them. Let's see. Why? Okay, let's see. So here we should detect. Yeah, look at this. I think I am not using the right. Shape label up, shape label down. Okay. This is a single letter, isn't it? Where the hell I had this? Yeah, we don't care about the title. We only care about this, which is either true or false. Location bottom. And down here, we also use location bottom. Is it the color that is not right? Or what the hell is the problem here? Bull lines color. Okay. Yeah. So this is the bull lines which I'm not, which I am not showing. So yeah, I want bull lines color. This is an input. Okay, so let's use the input directly, because I want this to be shown always, not only when I want to show the lines. Okay, here we are. No, it has not finished. Okay, now it has finished. Okay, so now we have this stuff down here that tells me when this has been detected. Okay, so now I can do some nice stuff. So in this candle, when you close this candle, you detect that there is a new gap, a new bearish gap. Okay, so yeah, so the question is, bull FVG lines should be increased because you have a new bear. I mean the bear FVG line size should be increased because you have a new gap which waits to be filled, and this is not right because this is not added to the FVG lines. That's what we have to fix. Okay, so yeah, so FVG condition is here, so if this is unfilled, store the line in the array. So but the problem is that it's using this, so we need to fix this code. So we are going to start from scratch, I guess. So if the FVG condition is met, okay, like it happens here, so once this candle closes, the FVG's condition is met. How do I know that the what's the name? How do I know that the gap has been closed? I mean, the gap is not closed at all. So what you want to do is to say that it always has to go down here. I mean, up here. The problem is that there might be some cases where a bear strange cases where a bear candle opens a new gap. This is too difficult to happen, isn't it? So let me give you an example. So imagine that you've got a candle here that, let me show. Imagine that you have a candle here that goes up and then it goes down, then it goes down. So it has filled the old one. Yeah, but you don't know if once you have done this, you don't have a gap. You have to wait for the next candle, because once you fill this, you cannot have a bear gap, isn't it? Because a bear gap needs something, and yeah, I mean, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use this because it doesn't make sense. So if FVG condition is met, then we do all of this, and that's it. So let's comment all of this, and now let's copy and paste this. I mean this here. This is what you want to do instead. So we remove the comments and we indent properly. So when the condition is met, then something something and something something, and this is something that I can do because I have different what's the name, different functions. So this is one of them, it's the BUR one, and here we have the non-BUR one. Okay, let's do it the other way around so that it's easier to do. Otherwise, so let's see if it's the same. Else level. Yeah, we need space here. Okay, so as I said, the condition is met, then you update the level and you move this into the line so that you can check them later. Okay, so not going to remove the comments right now, but I think that we will remove them, because I mean the comments is that this was used to update duration, but I think you update it anyway if it's needed. Okay, so first of all we are going to test this. Let's see if we manage to find filled gaps. But because once we manage to find the filled gaps, then we can move on and work with unfilled gaps. You know what I mean? Okay, is this doing up? Yeah. Okay, so we have finished. Let's see if we have any improvements on returns. Okay, more or less the same thing as always. Now let's take a look and let's check if this makes sense or not, or whatever. So far it doesn't make too much sense to me. So, oh wait, maybe here I have 5. No, because wait. Okay, so even if it's not drawn here, apparently there is a bearish gap detected here. Let me what? And where the hell? I guess it's a quite big gap because I am not seeing it. Okay, look at this. It's here. This is small gap here. And whatever the reason is, this small gap matches the auto filter. So we had auto threshold filter so that we don't have small gaps around there. But anyhow, yeah, so this is, wait, I have so the gap is detected here and it's close here, and this is close here, and I don't know why there is a short position here, because we are not closing any gaps that are less than 5 candles older. So here maybe it makes sense. So here we find the gap is filled, and then we long. This makes sense. So this is working properly. Even if then you lose money, this is working as expected. Okay, then you lose money because of the stop loss. Okay, so we detect a bearish gap, and once again I guess that there is a bearish gap here, which is quite small. Let me see. Yeah, here there is a bearish gap which is quite small, and it's filled here. Why the hell is doing a short here? It has no sense. So let me see, let me check more stuff. So let me check if this bull FVG lines and so on make sense. So here we detect, here in this candle we detect a bear gap. So FVG lines bear has 4, and now it has 5. Pre-bear FVG lines. Wait a minute. So okay, so in this exact candle, before calculating the FVG lines, we have four items. Then after adding the gap we have 5 gaps. The next candle we have 5 and 5. Okay, this is okay. This is nice. This is okay. So this is working nice. Then down here you have the bearish gap. And what happens with recently filled? So down here we have bull recently filled total and the number. So once you have this small gap, which is up here, you have to wait till this candle is closed to say that the gap is filled. So right now we have how many bear gaps filled? We have 108. So you move to the right. This is not filled yet, and we move to the right. This should be 109 because we have filled it. Wait, bear. Okay, it's a bear. Sorry. So we have bear, which is 113. We do not fill it, and now we fill it. So this should be 114. But you need to wait one candle, and you don't have fill number should be 1. Wait a minute, is this something related to where the plot is being done or what? So what we are plotting is recently filled number and so on. Let me recently filled number. Okay, so this is the recently filled number, and this is plot after it has been found that it has been filled. So this is not right. We should have a 1 here because this has been filled. Okay, let me check this again. Maybe we can draw the gap manually, because else this is too confusing. So we have, yeah, so here we have the gap, which is close here. Okay, and this is a red gap. Okay, so here we have the red gap, so that we can see it properly. So let's check this out. So in this candle we know that the gap is filled, so the bear filled number should be 1, and it's not the case. You have to wait 1 candle to know that this is filled. However, in order to know if a candle has been filled, well, you do it inside of a function. So let's find out how this works. So we are checking this, okay, bull and bear. So if you go up here, okay, if you go up here and you search the function, which we are going to check the bear function, there's one output that it's recently filled number. Okay, so recently filled number by default is 0. Let's see what the hell happens here. So we read the historical gaps. Okay, this is okay because we have already saved the bear gap. So if you take a look at the size, we have 4, and after the candle we have 5 bear FVG lines. So we have 4 and now we have 5. So we have saved that gap into the array. Okay, so the question is, why it does not take into account the this? So first of all, this is going to modify x2 line, so the x2 coordinate of line, and so let me see. I don't think we care too much about this, and it saves the bar index. This is how you plot the line here, that it's going to the right, always to the right. Okay, then you've got this condition which tells you if this is true or not, and let's check if this is true or not. So this is high, but let's take a look at this high. So if we go down here, this is the condition, this is the bear function, and this parameter is Let me see. No, these are the results. So down here we have the parameters, discarded and color, and this is the input. Let's take a look. What the hell is this? Because I want to know that this is the high from the current candle. Otherwise, I am not sure of anything. Wait a moment. This is going too far away. Okay. Okay. So here you have the here you have what is happening here. So we have we call security with this time frame. Which should be the same time frame, which is the short time frame, and we call this function, and we expect this, which is the third result. Okay, so this function, let's see what it's the third result from the function. Okay, so the third result from the function is high. So that means we are working with the high value of the current candle. Okay, so what you are doing here is you compare the high. So you compare, what the hell is this? Here. You compare this high. Let me see. You compare this high with the Y2 of the gap. The Y2 of the gap is this one here. So this low here. So this low here. Okay. This is the this is what needs to be the price needs to be higher than this in order to this gap to be filled. So this is the comparison. So you compare the Y2, okay, Y2 from the, which is this thing here. You compare it to the high from the current candle. So if the high, we are on bear. Okay, so if the high from the current candle is higher than this value, then it means that this is filled. Okay, now let's take a look here. So this is removed from FVG lines. So if I am not mistaken, here we should have one less number. Okay, let's take a look. We should have FVG line size should be one less number after this. Yeah, and that's the case. Post bear, as you can see, from 5 they go to 4 because we remove it. Okay, that's nice. Now let's see why we are not increasing this. What's wrong about this? We are not increasing this because the bar index is not higher. Well, the bar index has to be less or equal than this stuff, which is when this is supposed to be when the gap up starts, plus 5 what's the name, plus 5 yeah, That's 5 candles. And apparently we are not doing this right. So we have this Y, we have this XY, XY. Yeah, X, which is the X1 here, and plus 5. It should be less than. Apparently, it is not. Well. What the hell is going on here? This number is returned once it's modified here. So it should be 1 if this is true. And this is also true. Okay, let's do this, which is not right. So let's say that this is plus 99, okay? So we will see not 99, 100. So we will see a 100 bump if this is not true. But it should be true. And this is only going to happen in this bear scenario. Okay. Okay. So let me debug this and see what the hell happens here. Okay, so now this is doing stuff, isn't it? Oh no! Still the error because it takes too long, isn't it? Let's confirm that the reason. Yeah, so what? Yeah, let's remove it and add it because sometimes it works. Although we are going to lose some settings, I guess. So what I want to check is what? Takes too long to Why are you doing this to me? Is it Bitcoin moving? Yeah, Bitcoin is moving to the downside. Maybe that's why it doesn't work so well. Maybe it's that. Okay. As I say, I need to improve this later with. Okay, so let's take a look here and see what the hell. So here we should have a 100 jump. So either if this is right, recently filled number. No, we don't have it. What the hell? So this is a bear that it's filled here. So after doing this, what the hell is the bear FVG recently filled number should be 100. So let me show you. So if I'm not mistaken, this is run on the end of the candle, so that you can do something else later. So when you run this on the end of the candle, you either, this is either one, because this is either one because you increase one, or this is either 100 because you increase 100. So this should be 0 plus 100, and because this is true, okay, because this is true. However, if you take a look at here, you can see how you need to wait one candle, and that's not true. That's not right. You need to find that this is a problem here. Okay, so here there should be a 1, and there is not a 1, and I think I am right when I say that this should be done on the current candle. Yeah, otherwise why don't I have these values here? So bearish gap detected and so on. So this is something that I'm missing, why this is not right, unless security is doing stuff, unless this security call here is not doing it properly. So apparently the condition is true, this condition is true, but we are doing this one candle later, and that's what I do not understand at all. We should be working with this high. So let's do one thing. Let's plot this high that we are using here. Let's take a look. What the hell is this? So down here we call this, and we have, yeah, we want to plot this. So what we want to plot is the high, which is using for making the comparison. So this should be, so when you call the bearish condition, you use as the fourth parameter, you use this high, which is here, okay, and we're going to use it here, and we will also plot high, which should be exactly the same thing. And if it's not, then we know this is something, because this is a problem because of the security function in that. So if that's the problem, if that's the case, then we will if that's the case, then we will have to fix it with an if-else statement. Okay, let's wait for this to do some stuff. Okay, so now I should be able to check on the bottom right the high and the, okay, exactly the same value. So the high value is 30 something, 30,934, and yeah, more or less that's the value. So this high value is used on the function, which does not find that there is no it does not find that there is no, doesn't find anything about there being a filled gap. So I do not understand why it's the case. There's something wrong here. There is something wrong here. unless somehow it's very distinct, because in the next candle it's found, so I'm not sure what happens between the two different candles, unless Y2, no, because this Y2 is not changed, it's never changed. What you save, what you are changing so that everything is plotted properly is X2, which is the number of bars that you use here. Wait, yeah, this is bull, I want to check the bear. So what you change is the X2, which is where the hell the bar is on time. And here I'm going and get the price, which is Y2. Let's see, Y2 should be X1, Y1, X2, and Y2. So the level is maximum. And maximum is whatever we had in the previous candle. This is what's wrong here. Let's write this down. Okay. So we have this condition which is not met. Okay, this value is right. So the only reason why this value is not working properly is because this Y2 value is not right. Okay, so when does this Y2 value get saved into the array? It's saved when the gap is found, and what you save here is level, which is Y2. Level is FVG maximum. FVG maximum is the maximum of the gap. Okay, and the maximum of the gap is low 2 and the minimum is high. But these values are changed each time we find another gap, so that's why it but that's why it's a problem. Now here we also calculate the minimum, which is whatever. So the fill condition is when the maximum equals the minimum. Yeah. However, the fill condition is just that this is true. Fill number equals 1. This is the fill condition. Fill x1. What the hell is this? Minus fill x1 so that you have the duration. Okay. So we don't care about the duration of this, so let's remove this so that we have less stuff. So we remove the duration here. We also remove this duration. We remove this duration, and so on. We don't have to check any duration. We don't want to check any duration. Let me see if I have missed some of this duration. Okay, so this is something that you return, and then here let's remove all of this. We do not want this because we are not using it. We don't want the duration here. We do not want the duration here. Same thing here. Okay, so now we want to remove this. So if we want to remove this, we will have to remove these variables which are no longer used, which is the bear duration and the bull duration. So we have removed them from the calls, and now we are going to remove them from the returns. Okay, so this is one thing that we want to remove. The other thing is FVG fill x1, because this is not used by anything of this. So you want to remove this line, also this line here, also this line here. Nice. And the same thing happens on the bear function. So let's remove fill 1. Nice. So I feel we should be able to save these changes, else this is not going to work properly. So what we do here is, oh wait a minute, this is not going to be right. And sometimes yeah, this is yeah, let's fix these spaces here, that there are some spaces. Array and shift, so just after array and shift there's a space. Oh, there was a space. Why the hell and a space appears there? Okay, so this is the comment. Yeah, that's why we want to remove all of this, because I don't think we need, else we can check an older version something, but I don't think we need this. So field number +1. I mean, maybe the field number needs to be maybe the field number, because you want so currently let's remove all of this. And down here the same thing should happen. Okay, so now we have these two variables that we remove. We have the variables that we remove. We have this chunk of code that we no longer use. And so on. Then we also have what we are returning, which is one less variable. And down here we should have the calls, which are different. Yeah, so let's check if we are able to add only what we are interested of. So we want to add this, also this, I guess. Not this one. Let's split this. I want this. Which is the bull. I want to split this. Cannot to split this chunk. Okay. So damn it. Let's Vermax. What the hell is the Vermax? So we want this. Yeah, I want this here. Let's try again. Not sure what's gonna happen. So we don't want this one. We want to split this. We want this one. We do not want this one. And now we can check what's the catch. And it should be something like this. Okay, we change this and we change this, we change that. So now we can say, we can make a commit, which is number 3. Now we only have this plot chart stuff, which is useful. But I am not sure that we have fixed anything. I mean, we have not fixed anything. So, okay, so up here we want this function. I mean, we want the verb function. So the main problem here is this level maximum, which, what the hell do you save when there is a gap found, what the hell do you save as unfilled gap? And that's you want to save this, which is the maximum. And the question is, what the hell is used for plotting this? I mean, you are not using anything. It's just the line which is plot, isn't it? Yeah, the line is plot here, and that's it. So that means that the maximum is whatever it is. So the way I see this, if this is field condition or not, I don't care. What I want to check is this field number, because this field condition, if I go down here when I call this, this field condition, I do not use it. Okay, so you could have it if you want to, but I am not using it, so I don't care about it. If this is maximum, minimum, maximum, whatever. The question is, how do you plot the gaps? That's the question that I'm most concerned about. Because down here, somewhere, we plot the gaps. So this is the super strategy, but down here we have the plot of the gaps, which I'm going to bookmark. Okay, so this is plot with these variables here, maximum and minimum, and that's what makes this interesting. And then you feel the stuff depending on if this is bullish condition or not. Wait a minute. Yeah, so you feel bullish condition. I see. So this depends. This does not depend on whatever. I mean, if it's filled or not or whatever. It depends on this. Okay, so anyway, this is used bull FVG max for plotting the stuff so that it works properly. So this is the first variable that it's returned here. And look at that, it's the maximum one. It's the maximum, and this is the minimum. So maximum and minimum, we want to keep them the way that they are done right now. However, this temporary variable, which is level, it's not going to be the maximum here. No, it's going to be this maximum here, so that we always have okay, so level is it only exists here, so that we have the right value, which is the low 2. Okay, the same thing we are going to do up here. Let me see a bear. So we have the level is the minimum. Okay, so we take this minimum value and we save it here, and that's it. That's what I think should be fixed. Okay, so here it is. This is what we were waiting for. We were waiting for this level to be fixed. So if I'm not being mistaken, we could save this right now, but let's check that this is the right thing that we want to do here. So we are going to go here and let's try this. Meanwhile, oh my god, price of Bitcoin is going down. Ethereum also, but not so much. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Work in progress. Okay. I think we have something. This is filled here, and then we short. Yeah, I think this is working as expected. So now here we should have this recently filled number 1 here on this candle. Here there is where it's filled. Okay. Well, apparently the results are not very good. However, we don't care about that right now. What we care about is all of this right now. So take a look at this. The gaps are being drawn as always, and whenever, why the hell there's a short here? Shouldn't there be long here? That's good question. Maybe there's long and short here, something. Okay, so here you have an example. So you have a bullish, what the hell is this? You have a bullish gap, you fill it, then we long. Okay, so let's write down why the hell there's a short here. I mean, I guess that there's a bearish. Okay, look at this, there's a bearish. Yeah, so here's a bearish gap which is found here, and once this candle is closed, you short. Well, I'm not sure. Let's write this down and that's it. What the hell are you here? So $21. Why is it short entry instead of long entry? Maybe a bearish gap that we are not seeing. Okay. So this has been fixed. I think this has been fixed. Why are so many trades? We are entering, even the gap is not filled. I think we have managed to fix all of this, although this is somehow of a doubt. So now I'm going to save these two changes. So this is the first change and the second change. We don't want to save any more stuff, isn't it? So now we can say that this is the 4 one. Let's bump the version and publish it. So this is A5. I think today is 9. The day after Bitcoin dropped to 17,000. And this is 5 and 5. Okay. So right now, we do this again. So I want this change and this change. I do not want any more changes, and going to say that this is bump version to A5, and we should have attack 2. Finally, here we have something that makes more sense than what we had before. So now it's going to be easier to know if we it's going to be easier to know if we have filled what's the name, if we have filled a gap at 80%, okay? Because we also want to make this partial stuff. So now we should have 8.5 here. Nice. And this 8.5, I'm going to put it into the video description. Nice. Okay, so now what more do we want to do? We want to check if everything is okay, and we also want to find some settings that are useful here. Okay. So maybe we can check. We can try some stuff here. So we have this stop loss, which is based on ATR, and then we have the take profit, which we can, well, not this, risk reward ratio, take profit based on risk reward ratio, and we can change this and see if there is any good, if it makes sense or not, or whatever. Okay. So as you can see here, we're doing 1. Okay, so this should be this could be 2 also, so that we have more stuff to be used here. Sure about this. We can, yeah, I mean, then we've got these things about doing long only or something, seeing if it's any good, you know what I mean. Okay, and what about short only? A bit better. What about ignoring long only stuff? Is it any better? What about ignoring this here? So this is long only without the short advice. Oh my god, this is awful. So apparently long only is not too good with this risk reward ratio of 2. Maybe 0.8 is going to be a bit better, but you know, don't know. What about having a strict mode? Let's try short mode. Okay. What about short mode with 0.8? Is it any better? No, not so much. So we use reverse here, okay, and yeah, we can maybe increase this to 2, so that it's not so easy to have this stop loss met. Anyway, I mean, we could even do 4, which for ATR, but 4 ATR is too much. Okay, we are back online. Not sure what has happened there. Yeah, well, this is not a good idea having a so big ATR stop loss. Anyway, okay, let's try another thing. Let's remove this. Let's say that you want 1% and that you want 2% stop loss. Is it any better with 2% stop loss and 1% take profit? Well, apparently is not good at all. What about a 1-1 ratio with 2% stop loss? A bit better. What about 3% take profit? Anyway, I think I'm going to end here the stream. There's a lot of things that can be done so that this works more properly. One of the easiest ones is to work with query closing lines, so that query closing lines make everything easier. Oh, has it finished already? Oh, I knew it had not finished. Okay. Yeah, query closing lines. What about query closing lines if we long only? with strict mode. Is it any better? And if this is not strict, what about short only with curriculums and lines? Is it any better? Well. Yeah, I mean, this needs to be thought quite well, and we need to check that this short is supposed to be here, because I guess that there is a short gap somewhere that somehow tells you that you need to short, but we need to figure out if this is right or not. So let's try long only with strict mode. Let's with curriculums and lines. Let's go to 4 hours, because I'm curious what happens in 4 hours. First of all, we wait here and we change to 4 hours. Let's see what happens with 4 hours. I guess this is doing stuff. Yes, it is. Okay, apparently it's not so good. Let's test reverse. I'm curious what happens in reverse thanks to curriculums and lines. Well, this is not working right. And what about 15 minutes and so on? Is it any better? I don't think so, but you know. What about not using curriculums and lines, but just doing stuff regarding to when you find gaps? Is it any better? Okay. Let's try another time frame and we will get back to 15 minutes again. Let's go back to 15 minutes. And let's wait for this to be calculated. Well, this is not right. In 5 minutes, I guess it's going to be even worse. Yeah, that's right. What about changing to 1 day instead of well, 1 day? There are not so many trades in 1 day. I guess that 1 day curriculums and lines could do something if we use them, because yeah. But what about curriculums and lines long only with strict mode? So that, oh my god, what the hell? And what about this? Is it any better? Short only mode with a strict mode. Oh, take a look at this. Profit factor 7. That's quite big, but it's only 6 trades. You don't want to trade 6 trades in so long. Okay, so let's reset everything. Let's go back to 1 hour. And as I said, we need to figure out if there's something wrong. If this is A5, which we have already shown here. So this is what we get here. So we have some somewhat good results here, but then it goes down. Whatever the reason is, it goes down. So this needs to be understood why this is not working as expected. And I'm curious. Okay, so now we are in a short position till I guess there's a bear, till there is a bullish gap, which we don't find any bullish gap so far. So far here we have, this is nice, because when there is going to be a bullish gap, we are going to close this trade. So this is nice. However, we need to figure out what we want to do with the script. Okay, so we need to check why this short entry is not used, and we will try to use the other stuff like where the hell is this? A stop loss based in ATR, closing with curriculums and lines ratio. We already have tried this. Market order. So a stop loss based on a percentage of the gap percentage. That's something that we need to implement. So maybe that it's going to be the B ladder is going to be this stuff. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good thing or not. I am not sure. And then you've got the limit order, which might be another ladder. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video and I will end the stream.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work. Best alongside the top digital asset monitors and fans. If you use my link and that passed at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly CCS fees.